guys, Mayflom here, and I am in this screen, so I'm going to go back to the home screen to show you what I'm up to. A built-in pattern is great. I use a lot of those. The text tool that you can use to convert a font into a cut file is great. SVG files are great. Whatever kind of file you like to use. What I want to do here to close out September is to just make a fun little project here. I'm going to go into save data. Mine is on a USB drive, which is inserted into my machine here. And I like to keep one USB drive that I put a lot of files on. And then I delete ones I don't want anymore or add new ones. This one is made from taking a font, turning it into a file. What I'm going to do here is click here so I can edit this. Click the red squares button and click this button right here to unify this. I want to be able to adjust all the letters the same. I'm also going to change this to be 2 of them because I want one of them bigger and one of them smaller. Now here is something I want to show you. This comes up sometimes. Okay. So I can only go 1.8 inches high because I did this all as one. If you want to make things taller, you'd have to go back in and divide this back out so that each word or letter could be a separate height. So if you run into that, that's just the deal. You'll just need to adjust. Now I'm going to make myself a treat jar. And I'm doing this 2 different sizes because I think in this one I'm going to make a little smaller. I'm going to make this 1.25. There we go. So I'm making myself a treat jar. I want to put this around the treat jar. I think that'll be fun. Or maybe a treat dish. I've got 2 different ideas rolling here. And I find it helpful sometimes when I know I'm going to use something and I'll easily make 2 because I can make one as a gift. Go ahead and cut out what you want. So I need to load my mat, my material, and get it cut out. But go ahead and get it cut out first, then figure out exactly how you're going to use it. If you're working with a pricey material, my advice to you is instead of cutting it out on the pricey material first, cut it out on some scratch paper, see the size, check it out, then cut it out of the pricey material. In my case though, these 2, this will work out great. So I'm going to go ahead and load my mat and cut this out and we can assemble. I have a few ideas. And remember I said I did 2 different sizes because I had 2 different concepts. So here I stuck it to the outside. Treat yourself. And I'll put little seasonal little candies in here. I think that'll be fun. And I was thinking about a jar, but I don't really have a jar that I like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this box with treats. Okay, and I'll decorate it all up fun. But here on the cover, I want to put the bigger treat yourself. So, or do I want to put it on the inside? I could also put it on the inside, which might be kind of fun because then when it gets opened, it says that. It'll work either way. Gift boxes are a really fun way to do it. And just so FYI, this is just some material I picked up at the craft store. It's not vinyl. It's like a metallic foil paper, but it's self-adhesive. So it's a little more like it's a sticker. It's just another form. So here we go with my box. I've got 2 words on here, as you can see. There's 3 different ways that we can handle this, okay? So way number 1, we can weed out, meaning remove all of the material, except, so all the material you didn't use, remove it all except for the ones that the pieces that you're going to use, and then pick them up off of here. That's a really good method with vinyl. This is like a foil sticker paper. So that's a really good method, especially if you're working with vinyl. It works really great. It works really great if you're working with, I know with iron-on material, I usually just peel it off like a sticker and go. But iron-on material, it works really great if you have a very intricate cut. If you have a very intricate cut, you'll need that. Now, this, because really it's more like sticker material, you can just go on in, peel it off, and stick it down. Your third option, if you didn't want to weed out and then pick up with the transfer paper, and you didn't want to directly stick, you wanted to have a moment to decide how it is looking and if you like it, you can actually set these on the transfer paper. And by the way, guys, I've done this with just regular stickers as well, but I can set this on the transfer paper, get all the words down here, and then take a look at where it is and if I like how it looks. This is also a great alternative if on the paper itself things are not spaced out the way you actually want them to be spaced out. This is a great alternative for you because you're going to be able to adjust this and get whatever it is that you want. If you're having trouble with everything sticking to your fingers, just get out your stylus or a tool. My last tip, if you're working with material like this, guys, so you see how, you know, it was just my test cut looked fine. I was slightly off, like maybe a quarter or a half of a number on my cutting dial. And all that happened is it's making my life a little harder here, peeling these pieces off. This is why I always say in my videos to make sure you're not cutting the backing paper. It's not that it doesn't still work, it's that it just takes a little extra long. It's going to give you a little more of a challenge. And that's never fun. We always want things to be super easy. So that's the reason. If you ever want to know the why, there's a perfect example of the why. So I'm just going to finish getting all of these onto the transfer paper. And now I can play with, by having it on the transfer paper, that just allows me to look at where do I want this exactly? How do I want to place this? And then as you can see, I can just rub it on there and off we go. I like to give it a nice little rub. This is a little different since this is more sticker sheet material and not necessarily, it's not vinyl. It doesn't have exactly the same properties, but same basic idea. And what I love about this is it's so simple. It's so simple. That's all I'm going to do. I'll maybe put a little piece of washi tape here to seal it after I've added treats in here and made a little treat box for somebody. I just think that is so much fun. And of course, we can also apply to a little dish. Be sure to share pictures. More info on my blog as always. And as always, whether it's the ScanNCut or crafting in general, if you have any thoughts, questions, requests, feel free to let me know. I'll see you next time.